So, AirPods Max review. 1 year later. Are they still worth the extremely high price Apple has been asking for them? Stay tuned to the video. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, captain of Team Apple, baby. Back again for the video. And if you're new here, I help you better understand and connect with the technology around you. So if that's something that you're interested in, do all the YouTube things. But most importantly, I need you to go down there and hit that big subscribe button and hit the like button as well to let YouTube know that you are rocking with the content that the man about tech is putting out. So let's talk about these AirPods Max because these are very, very expensive. Now, since they came out a year ago, they have gone on sale and I think they're at a lower price now. I'll put the price up here right now if I can have it. But AirPods Max are not a cheap set of headphones. These are very expensive. So we need to answer the question by the end of this video. Are they worth their high price 1 year later? So what I want to do is talk about my gripe because I have very few gripes about these headphones. And then I'll talk about everything that I like. So let's get my gripes out of the way. No off switch. Yeah, I know this was a big thing when they first came out. But the problem with the AirPods Max not having an off switch is that Apple leaves us with this bra purse, this bra bag, whatever you want to call it. And supposedly when you put the AirPods Max in here, they are supposed to enter a low power state. For the most part, that is true, but they're still draining battery even when they're in the case. So because there's no off switch, let's say you use them for a little while one day, and then you put them away, put them in the purse, and then you come back to maybe a few days later. Well, when you come back to them a few days later, they might be at 30%, 20%, 10%, all because you have no way of turning them off unless you just plug them in the charge and leave them there. But they need an off switch, Apple. So for the next iteration of AirPods Max, can we get an off switch? Because who really wants to use this? Look at this thing. Who really wants to use this? I mean, this thing is absolutely useless. Case in point, when I travel with my AirPods Max, I never use this. Who needs this? Get out of here. Seriously, who uses nobody's using that. There are better options out there. Find them. Secondly, the big problem with these things, which I highlighted the first week I had them, is the condensation. So if you wear these for an extended period of time, at least for me, condensation will get inside of the ear cups. Now, these ear cups are removable. So if I take this off and show you what's going on or what can happen, if you wear these for a long enough period of time, or you could get condensation inside of the ear cups and then it gets to the drivers, and then it's just a bad situation. Luckily, I figured this out very early on, and I was able to work around that and figure out better ways to wear them without getting them condensated. But the options for me were not very good. Usually they involve me putting a beanie on and then putting the AirPods Max over my hat or beanie and wearing them like that to keep them from getting condensated. But that is a design flaw of the AirPods. It is still a thing 1 year later. And hopefully for version 2, we can work on the condensation issue because there's no way these headphones should cost this much money and I have an issue with condensation getting inside of the ear cup. No, Apple, not a good look. My last and final gripe kind of relates to what I was talking about with the case and them not having an off switch, battery life. The battery life for these is 15 hours. So while 15 hours is not the worst thing in the world, I wish there were more battery life, especially considering the fact that they do not have an off switch. So Apple, up the battery life in version 2 and we will be in the building. So those are really the only cons I have with the AirPods Max. So now let's get into everything that I love about these headphones. Comfort. Now the comfort is not the best because this little mesh material, whatever this is, it's not the most comfortable. Now it's not uncomfortable, but it's not the most comfortable. But overall, they're comfortable. I've worn these on flights and different things like that. They can stand up over long hours of wear, so that's a good look. Also, the durability. These look brand new. Look at them. I mean, besides a few scuffs that were caused by my own dropping them, they look brand new. Actually, let me cover my face. They look brand new. So you look at each ear cup like that, you see very little scuffing and marks on these. Sometimes I will bang them up accidentally, but over the year that I had these, they have held up durability-wise very well. So, I mean, we expect nothing less from Apple products, especially of this high price point. But the durability on these is A1. But the game changer for the AirPods Max for me and a lot of us was the update to iOS 15. Mind blown. Now you're like, Viper, why was iOS 15 so special for the AirPods Max? Because iOS 15 introduced Dolby Atmos spatial audio with head tracking. It is absolutely incredible when you are wearing these AirPods Max, and let's say you're watching a movie or you're watching a show like The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. When you see a speeder run across the screen and it starts from one ear cup and it go, and it cuts to the other ear. It's mind blowing. Or when you listen to a song and all of a sudden out of the right ear cup in the back where you get a drum beat, boom, 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 boom. Like, whoa, where did that come from? That is absolutely amazing. The way that it can separate sound because of the spatial audio and Dolby Atmos on board. Now, I know these aren't the only pieces of headphones with Dolby Atmos, but ain't no headphones on planet Earth have the spatial head tracking like these things, these AirPods Max. The spatial audio with head tracking is legit. Now, I know it's not for everybody, and some people have problems with it because not all the music on Apple Music is made to take advantage of spatial audio. But even with the fake spatial audio that Apple has implemented software side, these AirPods Max are next level when you have spatial audio enabled listening to Apple Music, okay? There are headphones that may sound better than the AirPods Max out there, but very few compete when you factor in spatial audio with head tracking. Whoo! Salty. Very, very salty. I mean, good God almighty, it's salty. These things are amazing for watching movies and listening to music. So you get the full total package with these headphones. Not to mention the fact that the noise cancellation is legit. Again, I was on a flight to LA back in October, and definitely the noise cancellation came in handy. No more crying babies, no people talking on the phones, no loud moo-foo-foo-foo, no. Noise tracking on these AirPods Max, legit. But the absolute banger mode on here is transparency mode. You know, that mode that you need when you want to hear everything that's happening in your immediate surroundings and you want to hear it as if you were not wearing the AirPods Max. Well, that is transparency mode, and transparency mode on these AirPods Max are the best of all time. They're the GOAT. There's no other headphones on the market that have the absolute transparency mode, beast mode that these AirPods Max have. It's almost like you're not even wearing them. Everything is just natural. You can hear yourself talk. You can hear somebody near you talk. It's literally like you're not wearing these headphones. The transparency mode is mind-blowing, absolute best in the game today. Another great feature of these AirPods Max is the microphone quality. For taking phone calls or using on voice apps like Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces, the microphone is A1, and I'll let you hear a sample of it right now. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are doing a test of the microphone quality on the Apple AirPods Max 1 year later. Let me know what you think about the audio quality down in the comments below. The other cool thing about the AirPods Max is that, of course, they blend in seamlessly with the Apple ecosystem. As soon as you take these out of the case, they're asking you to pair with the nearest device, and then once you pair them with that first device, then they automatically pair with every Apple device that you have signed into the same iCloud account, so they automatically switch between devices. Definitely legit. These are A1. These are the best headphones in the Apple ecosystem, period, and they should be for the price that we pay for. My other favorite thing about these AirPods Max is that they operate very well in cold temperatures. Headphones of the past that I've had have not taken to the cold too well. Sony WF-4000X3. I'm sorry, I had something in my throat. But these have had no issue operating in the colder temperatures here in Chicago. So definitely like a pair of headphones that are climate adjusting like the AirPods Max. So if you want to land yourself a pair of AirPods Max, after hearing me talk about it, I do have an Amazon link down in the description. Check it out and get yourself a pair of these. You definitely want these if you are in the Apple ecosystem, if you own multiple Apple devices, and you want the best pair of headphones available to an Apple user. Bam! The AirPods Max are getting it done. While you're at it, if you want some tips and tricks about how to work your Apple Watch, bam! Just made a video about that. Check it out. This your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.